to women, in a way. Should we favour women or people from ethnic minorities when making appointments or hiring people? It's a practice euphemistically called positive discrimination, and one academic has called it into question. The philosophy professor at Cambridge University says the reputations of women academics are tainted because nobody can be sure if they attained their position on merit. Aaron, positive discrimination is just discrimination, isn't it?
It's also illegal. That's why I don't quite understand.
It seems to happen all the time.
Positive discrimination in this country is illegal under the 2010 Equality Act. So the idea that people get a job or a position on the basis of their skin colour or gender is a criminal offence. You can't do it. What you can do is something called positive action, which is when you have two candidates of broadly the same merit, same CV, and of course you rarely get that in life, but you have a bunch of things going the way of one candidate, a bunch of things going the way of the other. There's kind of a toss-up. At Novara Media, we have, about 30 people there. We recruit people. I've seen that many times. In that set of circumstances, then yes, you can choose a person of colour or a woman, but actual discrimination...
Hang on. Let me stop you there, because if let's say, in a parallel universe, I applied to Novara Media as a young, budding socialist,
Fantastic.
yes?
Yep.
I applied to Novara Media, and I get to the final two, and the other candidate happens to be a black woman. So I may as well just withdraw my application. Doesn't seem fair, does it?
No, there's a whole range of things that we look at. So, for instance, you might have two great candidates and the older one is better than the younger one, but you think, well, this one's 5 years younger, they're sort of broadly the same, but you know what, we can work with them, and by the time that this person is that person's
So you're ageist too?
No, it's not about age, because they're the same calibre of candidates. That's positive action, that's legal.
Oh, I really don't like positive action either.
But that's legal.
It seems to be the same thing by a different name, does it not?
Well, the way Aaron describes it, it does. I think there are things you can say. And I think I'm delighted to let Aaron... he's thinking in this, in Novara Media. We're going to finding out a whole load of stuff about Novara Media's recruitment policies that I don't think he should have thought carefully about. And I want to say there are positive actions you can take that I encourage. I mean, you want to encourage a broad range of people to apply, and you want to encourage people who feel, and this is the big problem in this country, who feel that job's not for me, I'll never get it, but you want to encourage them to apply. Remember, that isn't just people who are in protected categories under the 2010 Equality Act. The people with the most unpositive views of themselves are actually white working-class boys. And they should be encouraged to apply for jobs as well, because they're the ones who actually rule themselves out from the start. So I'm happy to have positive action which opens things up, makes it clear that these things don't matter, that the important thing is merit and ability, and the capacity for the role, the capacity for growth and development, as Aaron says, is important. I think you're right. I don't know what this Cambridge professor is thinking of particularly. If you ever did have genuine positive discrimination, which is, as Aaron says, not allowed at the moment, then I think absolutely you would have a case where people would say you got the job even though you weren't the best candidate.
Well, I don't buy this idea.
And that's what they'd say, and that has a danger. We tread at the moment, employers tread along a very fine line, not doing positive discrimination but doing positive action. And, of course, if they trip over that line, they will damage the people they're appointing, because people will say that about them.